Yeah. Dad talk, right at work. Your boy DJ Easy, my man.
Dog face up here.
Are we still doing that?
Yeah. Nah, Ernell up in here.
Yes. Crazy weekend, good weekend. Got to see the family, you know. You?
Absolutely. Got to spend time with the family. It's amazing, man. Having a newborn, 4 months now. And it's like
Still brand new, though. Out the plastic.
brand new. They
Out the
tell you
plastic.
like how to prepare for a child, but not once you're in there raising them, you don't get no more tips. Like, what do you do with them? Spend time with them.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it, but that's the amazing part.
Hell yeah. There's no book on this, man. It really isn't. And it's definitely an ongoing like learning experience that I believe, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely different. Something I never experienced before in my life, but it's definitely it's awesome because my kid's awesome. She's great.
Absolutely.
She's cool. So what do you want to talk about today, man?
I don't know.
Last episode we was talking about communicated expectations.
Yes.
What do we do today? What do we want to talk about today? What's in our gut that are like this, like, chill. Pause. Chill, pause. Okay. Chill. Okay. What's I wouldn't say fuming, but what's in what's on our mind? What are we thinking? Anything happened this weekend or the last couple of weeks that you just want to address that may be beneficial to the culture? Okay, a dad's, I put you on the spot last week too.
Yeah.
You was ready for it. You was ready for it.
What do we want to talk about?
I don't know. You know what? How about this, man? How about this?
Go for it this time. Yeah.
No, seriously. Being a dad, right? What are your thoughts on the I hate to use the word again, but the expectations of a dad. Like, what I was asked the question, what do you believe is a father and a partner?
Oh, father and a partner.
What is your definition? What does that look like for you?
To me, it's now recognizing and understanding that you're doing something that's beyond yourself for a greater good. To be responsible, truly responsible for the welfare and the well-being of your child and for the partner, in my case, my wife, to make sure that they are okay with or without me. But to be there presently and to contribute the best that I can. And sometimes going above and beyond what's expected of me. Not because they want it, but it's because, like, for example, when my daughter was born, like the day I was in the hospital with my wife and just looking at her just so proudly of like what this has happened, it was like there was another level of commitment or bonding that happened where I'm looking at both of them and saying, I pledge to be more than I am now. And what I owe to them is my commitment that is beyond me to make sure I can be that person that's caring and loving and understanding. And also, I think caring, understanding, and loving, but also willing to learn. That is, I think, the most important thing that that for me is personally is being willing to learn and continue to educate myself and not be stuck in certain stubborn mindsets or how I was raised, but willing to learn and show that I can care for them and open up to them and understand their feelings without making them feel alone, unwanted, or hurt, or not wanting to share with me as they grow. So that's how it is for me.
I respect that, man. And I think the big piece that really just stuck out to me was the bigger than you part, right? And I am 100% on the same page where it's like my idea of being a father is just being, I wouldn't say going above and beyond all the time, but definitely making the sacrifices, even if it's at your own, your own sacrifices toward yourself, to make sure that your family is okay, and doing great / being successful X, Y, and Z, or at least on the path of doing that. You know what I'm saying? I really do believe in that, and I definitely agree. It's a position that is not that or and should not be taken lightly. You know what I'm saying? It's like you are responsible for life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you did that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a dope thing, but the things that come with it is definitely can be definitely stressful, could be amazing, could be, disappointing, could be
Yeah.
extravagant, it could be depressing, it could be so many things, man. The spectrum of emotions that revolve around being a dad and being a father, man, it can be very both sides, you know what I'm saying, on the spectrum. So
Right.
it comes with all that, you know what I'm saying. So the life part is definitely dope and definitely a blessing. And then what comes after that in regards to you being a dad towards your kid is can be a range of emotions, you know what I mean? And your responsibility is to be able to control that or have an idea of how to deal with that in a way that doesn't cause a negative impact to your family and your kid. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? So it's like it goes from not only being there but not only being able to help out your partner and help out your kid, but also being able to check your own emotions.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And because all of it is directly connected to your ability to provide, protect, and in my experience slash thought process in regards to what it means to be a dad is your sacrifice. Everything is connected in service too, right? You're serving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It sounds crazy. Not like a master or slave or anything like that. That sounds absolutely bananas, but
No,
but
you're
you
you're
but
you're
you
you're
are
the head
serving.
ser- You're the head servant of your
Yeah,
family.
you really
You are
are.
the head servant of your family, and everything falls back on you, and you have to understand the responsibility. If you fail, you get up and do it again. You
Yeah.
figure out what you did wrong. You talk to your wife or
Hmm.
your girl and
Absolutely.
figure out what went wrong in a constructive way to improve it. But you're the head servant that's responsible for helping the family go forward.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, this like agreement that I made with myself, it has nothing to do with my wife or my child. It's something that I did for myself. It's something internally that I manifested and wanted to bring forth because I saw importance of now I'm creating life. Like as we mentioned one time we were talking, it's like no child said I want to be here.
True.
We decided to bring our
Yes,
family or
absolutely.
create the next generation of family in here. And they owe us nothing and they owe us nothing. And what else? We owe them nothing. Well, we do owe
We
them
owe
nothing.
them.
We
Yeah,
we
100%.
well, we are responsible for bringing them up in the right and the respectful way to be great citizens of this world, to be understanding, caring, and also protect themselves. But for us, for them, they are new to this world, and we hopefully show them the proper and right guidance to help them survive and thrive in this world. So
No, I agree with that 100%. And it's just an ongoing situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, to the original question of like what it means. It means that even if she's 21 or even if he's 21 and they call you up and they're asking to figure out something in life, they didn't ask to be here. You know what I'm saying? You definitely owe, in my eyes, you owe them. You know what I mean?
right,
Old school ways, they're so into once you turn 18, kick you out the house type of thing, and I'm just like,
like you're
nah,
21,
man.
you can figure it out.
Yo,
What?
bro, I'm still trying to figure it out, and I'm 33 years old. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's really that whole mindset and that whole I want to say generational curse, some people may call it. You know what I'm saying? Is out the window for me. You know what I'm saying? I want to be there as much as I can and support my kid, kids. Hopefully, God willing, I'm
God
into
willing,
having more
God
kids.
willing.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying kids like as
You take it one time.
one at a time, but
Yeah,
I'm definitely into to more. You know what I'm saying? But to be there. You know what I'm saying? It's an ongoing situation. As long as I'm here, like they can reach out to me, and because I owe them that. Like they didn't ask to be here. Now that there's obviously a level of exclusion in regards to that. Like I'm not going to sit here and baby them. I'm going to try to, you know,
right. Here's the
raise
problem.
them in the right way and kind of give advice / counseling once they reach a particular age. But yeah, man, it's an ongoing thing, man.
Go and teach them how to problem solve.
That too.
You know,
That too. And I'm not talking about just mathematics. I'm talking about the world, man. Anything experience that we've gone through that we can possibly share down to our kids to kind of have them not make the same mistakes or be able to navigate particular situations is important as well. Like, I think that's a part of the whole dad thing too. Like, being able to really just give them knowledge and give them the wisdom that you've had to go through, that can help them, be on the path of least resistance.
Right.
If that makes sense, right?
With that, a lot of people I've seen is like, they don't want to teach their kids certain things, or they don't want to tell them about certain things right away. Guess what they end up doing? They end up learning it from their friends.
Yeah.
Or wishing they had learned it from their parents, because their parents had firsthand knowledge but don't want to share it because they feel, well, I want to protect my child. But sometimes protecting your child is also arming your child with the right information and knowledge.
True. Very, very true. Great point.
And when you don't do that, you're putting them at a disadvantage to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
man, I really do agree that it's literally an ongoing process, but some people don't understand, and I think men can, especially men who are dads, can understand the feeling that you get once you have your first kid. And it's like, it could either be, oh shit, I gotta I gotta really get after it, like now, right? It's almost as if it's a light switch. Some men don't have that experience, but I definitely had that experience. I have friends who had that experience, you know what I'm saying, and it kind of lit a fire under their ass, and in regards to like really, really taking responsibility now that they have it in a different way, and going after the things in which they need to do in order to provide, protect, and serve their kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I've known, and we know a lot of people that it never clicks that they have a child and they still continue to do what they want.
Yeah.
Like, there's a part of being responsibly on your own, or the state or the government making you responsible, and about that part.
Yeah.
And some still don't even care. And it's fine. It's just so amazing. It's like, you helped create this life and you don't want to be involved. And it's like, why? But for those people that are involved, understand it's a level of commitment and pride and sacrifice that goes beyond what anyone can say. And as long as you're there and you keep at it every day, that's the most important thing, because in showing love and care to your child and to your partner, that speaks multiple volumes that anyone will appreciate and want to have in their life.
Absolutely. And it's I agree with that 100%. Bro, I just feel like every 2 seconds I'm agreeing with you, man. Like, your perspective is like right in line with where I sit. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that too, man, because it's like a reassurance that the way in which I think, or the way in which I kind of see things as a dad isn't like off key. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that not saying that we can both be completely off key now. But I'm saying, but to hear it from someone else and to be able to agree with most of the things in what you're saying, it's like a breath of fresh air, honestly, because we are going through the same things or similar things in our lives with having kids, and to hear that somebody else is feeling the same way or sees it the same way is great, beneficial.
Absolutely. There's a part of it that's like, all right, you might make fun of this little naiveness. I always thought, right, when I was younger, like, seeing people immigrating to this country, right, immigrating to this country and seeing single moms, single parents raise their children, I was like, oh, this never happens again. The advancement and knowledge of people, why would this ever still happen? And as a girl, it's like, how does it still happen? Why is it still happening? And it's like, the family unit is so important, but why don't we want to keep that together and strong? And so, there's many ways, or no, not many ways. There's many distractions out there. As men, we can look at and see like, oh, this is how we're supposed to be. Having here, having there. But when it comes down to it, what is my purpose? What did I do? What did I accomplish? I could seed a lot of children, but Am I being a father? Am I helping them grow? And that makes me take in perspective my actions. I did some dumb shit. I lived life. Well, you know what? And I even know better. Over time and maturing and wanting to learn and willing to learn, I realized, my actions have to really change and be understanding of what I'm doing to hopefully show my child or anyone else that want to look at me as a role model that this is what you think as just a man in society is not necessarily what you should be as a man in a family and in life.
Yeah, I hear you.
So,
no, that makes sense. And the big key word that I got that was like literally pin it like right here, I pin it right on my forehead is the idea of purpose.
loser.
What you say?
I said loser.
Hey yo, chill, bro. Chill, man. Nah, I'm talking about purpose, dude. The idea of purpose, right? I just talked about the whole light switch thing, like oh snap, you got a baby, like let's really start being responsible. And you know what? That part alone, it sounds great, but it ain't. It is not easy. You know what I'm saying? Because you do have your own thing. You do have your own habits. You have your way of living, X, Y, and Z. Everything doesn't change overnight, but your vision may change just because of the new responsibility. You know?
Yeah. Well, to say everything does change overnight when you have a child, because you completely have a new being that's responsible for you.
I'm talking. Yeah, you're right.
But your mentality doesn't change overnight, which you can get that.
Absolutely.
And that, you start bucking heads together when reality of what you're dealing with, and your mentality has to change to adapt to be welcoming for that new child. Because, like, honestly, the stuff we used to do 6 months ago, 7 months ago, I'm not doing that now.
Yeah.
It's priority of my child, priority of my family, taking care of her, making sure she's okay, my wife is okay. Well, obviously my wife first, then my child. You know, because we have to take care of ourselves, the loved one that we helped create this child with, and then my child, because we're going to shower them with love, and they're going to see it within the parents.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, man. And the more in tune you are with your purpose, I think that process becomes slightly easier. And I think you have more difficulty with trying to figure out or really change your mentality and make your mindset now that you have new responsibilities. If you are not in tune with what your purpose is, it just, if you have just the idea of having a kid means you have to really, really get down to business and being able to protect, serve, and provide. But if you are not in tune with what your purpose really is, outside of just having a kid, then I think you will have a difficult time changing that mindset. And I'm speaking from experience. I'm not gonna I lost my purpose a long time ago. I want to say 7 years ago, maybe 6 years. And I might be too long ago, like 5 years ago, maybe. I'm all over the place, right? I'm all over the place. But I lost my purpose, man. I'm not gonna. And I threw myself at DJing, threw myself at work, on the go, and that created a really bad habit of just being on the go. You know what I'm saying? So when my kid came, guess who had the mentality of, yo, gotta get things in order for my kid, and I still had this habit of being on the go, right? And it wasn't until I really, really sat down with myself and had some self-reflection where I was like, yo, you know what? This is my purpose. What is my purpose actually? And then I outlined what it was, and when I felt it, that's when I was like, I know this is real, and this is what I'm going for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now it's more an idea of what am I doing to really fulfill that and continue to fulfill that purpose, right? Which is one of the reasons why I'm down here, right? One of the reasons why I'm in Maryland is because one of the things in which I needed to do and what I wanted to do was to pursue a different job and needed to do, right? So it's like, these are the things that I was able to accomplish through a lot of self-reflection, a lot of having conversations with my partner, and this overall feeling of just being burnt out too, and coming to a realization that I was just living to exist, not living to actually live. Man. So it comes with sometimes, man. That light switch may be on, but sometimes that light coming on might be delayed. You know what I'm saying? Like the the electricity to the bulb is a little delayed. You know what I'm saying? And you have to go through a few more things to really have it connect for you and have the light come on, and you like, now we're good.
Yeah.
You know?
And unfortunately, like some people may never always find their true purpose because there's like a search for purpose. But when you're a father, you need to look at your purpose sometimes as maybe you're not defining it, but you need to define that purpose for your child. That purpose is to be there for them, to give for them what you didn't have. So, and sometimes don't give them everything that you didn't have.
Of course.
Because you were perfectly fine. Well, you were perfectly fine. Well, you're here and you're doing well. But be the purpose for them. Like, if you don't know your purpose, my purpose is just to be here for you. Whatever you need, whatever capacity I can be. So it's really defining that purpose. And as a manhood, a purpose of manhood, a purpose of fatherhood, a purpose as a husband, as a partner, whatever it is, define those purposes.
Absolutely.
So you know for yourself. Because once you know that, no one can take anything away from you or try to use it against you. No, these are my defined purposes. These are the doctrines I stand on that I will improve on and make changes that I need.
Yeah. Yep. Hell yeah, man. I totally agree with that. And you know what?
But stop agreeing with me.
It's I know, right? Jesus Christ, you over here, you spitting some gems, man. You got bars today. You know what I'm saying? Nah, for real, man. You saying some real shit, and I can really get jiggy with it, like for real. So, those are important pieces, man. Being a dad, man. Some people may think it's like you know, society will look at it as like it's not as hard for the dad as it is for the mom, and I can totally agree with multiple reasons why. You know what I'm saying? First things first, the physical. What? Can't even think about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ever had a kidney stone? That times probably like 1,000, man. These ladies who are giving birth and delivering babies, man, they have my utmost respect in regards to their ability to do that alone is just different. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is and different, man.
When they're giving birth and recovering, they're in a level of vulnerability, and they need a person strong, caring, sometimes silent, just to be them. Like, hey, I got you. Go recover. I'll take care of the family. I'll take care of you, and that speaks volumes to them to be like on a significant level of them being a vulnerability and vulnerable and recovering. This person has my back.
Yeah.
This person is taking care of me while I sleep and rest. Like, honestly, me and my wife were sitting next to each other last night, and our daughter just passed out. And I was just looked at her, and I'm like, hey, is this the same way you feel when you know you're next to me? It's like, I have your back. I could just fall asleep and relax and know that my partner won't let nothing happen to me. I'm in good, safe hands.
Yeah.
And and she's like, yeah. And we look over, and our daughter just passed out sleeping. Nap time. So.
Right. No, I hear you, man.
And it's amazing. It's amazing when you have that. But,
yeah, dude. Being a dad is has its own challenges, just as it is being a mom, and I think it's important for people to really address those too, man, because we can't forget about the other side of the coin. You know what I'm saying? Because moms are moms, but it takes a guy for a mom to be a mom. You know, or however you want to cut it. Okay, I'm talking more of my experience. You know what I'm saying? Me being a dad and whatnot. Like, there's two sides to the coin. You know, and there are difficulties for guys to go through it. On the dad side too, difficulties in getting your mentality correct or getting your perspective correct, your purposes right. It's difficulties in that. You know, and if you can't achieve those goals that you are for your family, you may have difficulties being able to handle that stuff. There's so many things that guys go through on the father side that are not being talked about, that I think are important. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, there's a lot of dads in this world, and there's a lot of fathers, and I'm pretty sure there's people out there that may be going through the same or similar things as you guys. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do the dad talk thing. And now I have one of my best friends helping me out here, where we get to talk about some of the things that we get to experience. And if dads are listening to it, or if moms are listening to it, maybe it'll give you insight on how we think, or what experience we may be going through, and how you can possibly connect with your partner on the level of what it means to be a dad and a good partner for him. So I think that was a really great question that I got. Made me think a bit, but at the same time, I was able to answer it very similarly in a quick fashion, just like you, because I already have one of my purposes in regards to that. And I was able to find that, and I ask any dad that's listening to this to ask yourself that too. What does it mean for you? What does it look like for you? You know what I'm saying? If a mom is reading this, or a potential mom is reading this, or potential dad's reading this, like what does it look like for you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that question alone might help you find your purpose. You know what I mean? So,
And there's also physical steps that you need to take to get yourself ready when when you're with someone, you're ready to decide to have a child, to help in the path that you're going on.
Yep.
But defining your purpose, understanding it's something bigger than you. And
Yep.
what I realize is true. It's like, they say in the Bible, iron sharpens iron. And so there's a part, like, you need to circle yourself around the people that are in the space that you're wanting to be at. So
Yep.
other fathers, other mothers that but just because fathers and mothers, you also have to look at the quality of them. And I'm being honest about that. The quality of them is also important.
Yes.
You want people that's going to question you, to strengthen you, and also make you think about some of the things you're doing,
Yep.
to help you in that area. And that's what I've been realizing in this journey. Like we have been putting ourselves around other parents. Not to say that we don't have our individual friends, but having the parents groups that this is the right way that we want to help guide the next generation of children, and be supportive, and to create a better purpose of ourselves and for them.
Yeah, man.
So, all right.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's it.
Yo, till next time, yo. Peace.
Peace.